So I have this annoying habit of having a conversation about creative process and then applying it to relationships and all the rest of our lives, or vice versa. If we talk about relationships, I will tell you how that's just like in songwriting and co-writes. And that's an annoying habit perhaps, but it is the truth that when you learn important principles in one area of your life, you can often apply it to other areas. Last week I was having a rough evening. I was discouraged by something, and I reached out like I do to my pep talk people and said, help me get my brain right, because my nervous system is freaking out and I know the right things, but it's not translating to the rest of my body. I do this a lot. So one of those beautiful conversations led me to keep thinking about this, how we do this thing of zooming way in on one experience. This could be a conversation, it could be a relationship, somebody ghosts you, or it could be an Instagram post. It could be a creative project that you've released into the world. And in any of those situations, there's some disappointment that occurs. You don't get the response that you were hoping for. You don't feel loved by this person. You maybe got a thumbs down on a video, whatever. The point is, we zoom in and suddenly we attach all of this significance and meaning to this one experience or this one bit of feedback. And so this person didn't love you well, and suddenly your internal narrative is, I am unlovable, I will always push people away. You release something into the world, or you post something on Instagram, and people aren't responding to it like they respond to your friends' posts, or they responded to you last week, and suddenly the story in your head is, people don't care anymore about what I'm making, what I'm doing, I'm not cool enough, or it's too late, or something, like any number of things. And then that leads to something else, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And what my friend was reminding me is that each of these moments, whether it's work creation or relationship, it's just one thing out of many things. It is one song out of your whole catalog. It is one Instagram post out of all the things that you have ever shared and will go on to share. This is one person's response to you, and they also are bringing their whole story, their whole baggage, their day, their disappointments into their interactions with you. So most of the time, whether we're talking about your songs or your personal relationships, there's way more going on than what you put out there, what you contributed. You are just one ingredient in that dynamic. But we just don't know how to back up. And so one of the things that I'm excited about this year is to generate a lot of work and push myself to do more than just focus in on the one album I'm releasing, for example, or the couple retreats that I always do. And it's not because I need more things to do. You might not need more things or more people in your life, but it is helpful to give yourself, have more things on your plate to choose from. It's really too much to put on one person to be everything to you. You need to have more than one friend. Even if you have a significant other, you need to have other people. It is too much to put on one person to meet every one of your needs and be your sole companion. It is too much pressure on one creative project to make or break your career, your life. If one thing you do doesn't work out well, so what? You're still you're still here, you still have those same talents and abilities, and you will go on and you will decide, you will learn from that experience. You will either say, that's okay that not everybody loved it. I had to make that work at this time in my life, and now I'm ready to make something else. Or you'll maybe think, I kind of wish I'd done something differently. Maybe I wasn't really super authentic in that project, and I'm going to challenge myself to do better. But don't linger in regret. It's fine to recognize what you don't love about your past choices, but it really is not at all helpful to sit and spin on that. You have the ability to get back up and do another thing. Every day, what am I going to make today? I'm going to make something today. Relationships. Who am I going to reach out to today? And who am I going to love? Who am I going to create connection with? You have so much inside of you. Keep it in context. Zoom out, and give yourself a little kindness, like don't put so much pressure on every single thing you do. Make a lot of stuff. If you make a lot of stuff every year, and this is true of everybody, I mean, every major actor that you love, look at their full list of film and TV. Some of that stuff is garbage, but they had to do it and they learned from it. I mean, every year you hear of some major superstar who has a flop, some record that doesn't do well or gets heavily criticized, or a movie that just tanks. And you feel bad for them, but you also are like, that's kind of encouraging that, Will Ferrell has a flop of a movie and he's going to get up and make another one next year. If they can flop, then little me on my little porch in East Nashville, I certainly get the privilege of throwing out a few flops and learning from it. So just want to encourage all of us to keep a little perspective. Don't get stuck in the one thing that you're making today. Just make it, finish it, put it out there, and move on to the next thing. And fill up your life with lots of good things that you're making, and all the things that are going to come your way in the form of people and opportunities.